Look, good to get everybody back out here again. After Memorial Day, get back out here and go to work. Um, look, uh, felt like we practiced like a team that'd been off for 4 days. So there's a lot of things that we got to get cleaned up. Um, but we'll have another opportunity to get out here tomorrow, clean some things up, and get better. So go ahead and fire away with the questions.
Coach Allen, what are you seeing in the development of the future he as a receiver now? Seems like he's pretty confident out there.
Yeah, well, I think that word is probably a good word to say kind of where he's at. I mean, I do think he's a lot more confident in what he's doing. Obviously, you can see his speed and feel his speed out on the field. We've been able to hit a few explosive plays throughout these last 4 days. So I think he's in a good spot right now. Certainly there's still a lot of things that he can improve on, and I think that's what we're trying to do this time of year.
What are some of those areas of improvement that you want to look for tomorrow even?
Well, look, I think the ball was on the ground more today than it had been in the previous 3 practices. So it was more. It had zero to do with effort. I think our guys are out here working hard. I just don't feel like the execution was quite where it needed to be. And look, we're in a race to improve versus 31 other teams, and so you don't want to see any of these opportunities slide by. So we'll have an opportunity to watch the tape, make the corrections, and I know our guys will respond tomorrow.
What are just some of your early impressions of Jordan Howden?
Yeah, I think I like his intelligence. I like his athletic ability. He seems to have a nose for the football. He's kind of what we thought we were getting when we drafted him, and so I think intelligence and instincts around the ball are 2 qualities that stand out to me.
Dennis, what about somebody like Anthony Johnson, an undrafted free agent in the secondary? What do you want to see out of them right now?
Yeah, look, I think with all these guys, it's just how do they improve day to day. We're not in a rush to make any quick evaluations on anybody. We're really just trying to see guys take advantage of the opportunities that they have, and guys get out here and compete and see who can execute and do what they're being coached to do.
You got a veteran quarterback, a veteran center. Has that been somewhat seamless?
Yeah, look, I think for the most part it has. I know Derek's still in a learning process in terms of what we're doing, but he seems to be picking everything up pretty quickly, and I think we do a pretty good job of getting the protection set right and identifying the mic and things of that nature. So I think it's been good.
How have you seen Jameis help Derek get used to running the offense?
Yeah, look, I mean, I sit in there with the meetings with the quarterbacks at times, and just his experience in the offense and being able to see it. There's some nuggets that he can provide that I think help Derek, but also help Jake. And so I think it's one of the reasons why we felt like it was important to have Jameis back here is that number one, we feel like he's a guy that can go in and play when called upon, but yet he's extremely smart and understands the offense, and I think that that experience can be beneficial to all those guys in that room.
Is being down some offensive linemen an obstacle this time of year? The nature of the practices, it's not a huge deal.
Well, look, I look at it as an opportunity for a lot of these young guys to get experience. We've got some guys that are going to be fighting to be linemen 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever the case may be, and so these are valuable reps for those guys. So certainly we'd love to have everybody out here healthy and good to go, but it's an opportunity for some of these guys to get some experience.
How did
What areas do you see Pete Werner in his 3rd year? I mean, what have you seen, and what do you expect him in what areas to do?
Well, look, I mean, I see a continuation of what I've seen to this point in his career as a guy that comes out here, works every day. He's really smart. He's an instinctive football player. I think you're beginning to feel his presence a little bit more. I think he's more confident in where he's at, and so some of those leadership qualities that he can show, I think you're starting to see some of that as he's going through these practices.
How did the collaboration with John Gruden come about? Kind of what was his role when he was here?
Yeah, look, I mean, number one, we've had several coaches come and visit. Obviously, John's a guy that has a lot of experience with Derek, and Derek's had his most success under John Gruden, and so we felt like bringing him in, having a chance to sit down and visit with him as an offensive staff, with the quarterbacks, and just get some new thoughts and ideas, things that we might be able to implement. I would say this. I would say, offensively, for a long time that I've been here, we've been pretty effective offensively, and so I don't see us putting in a whole new offense or doing something dramatic. But if there's a few ideas that we could take from that, we felt like that would be beneficial.
Are you worried at all about any backlash associated with bringing him in with the team or with the?
No, look, I mean, I think you ask everybody that was involved, thought it was really beneficial for our football team. And look, we're gonna look at any avenue that we can to try to improve. And so that was one area that we thought just bringing him in and having an opportunity to sit down and visit with him would help us.
Would he be
So
like
you
a
have a defensive line that has so many new people, including the position coach, and say the linebackers, where it's mostly the same unit. How do you enable those two to learn at different paces and yet still get good teamwork when they're on the field together?
Yeah, well, look, I mean, that's the great thing about this time of year is like you don't ever just start where you picked up, at the end of the season. So we really just start with the initial installation, day one, Algebra 101, and then we kind of move from there. And so I don't know that there's anything specific that we're doing to try to marry those two learning processes together. It's the process that we've used here since 2016, 17, and it's been pretty effective for us.
Yeah, June 1st, obviously, it's a date. Team circle for transit. Are you guys still looking for ways to improve your team? Or are you still looking at other avenues of players that might become available?
Yeah, look, I think we're always doing that. The pool of available players is not quite what it was, call it 2 months ago, but we're certainly always looking for any area that we can improve our team. Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.